Hello and welcome to another episode of Assassin's Creed. Yes, we have completed everything we possibly could. We've gotten as many helix glitches that'll show up, and again I will say that the social glitches do not count toward the overall count. See, there's one even in Whitechapel. Wait, we've already completed that one. Hello, and welcome to another episode of Assassin's Creed Syndicate. We have done pretty much everything. The only thing left are the helix glitches, which aren't showing up properly. And these social glitches don't count as them since, you can even see here, this is one burrow where I do have all the social glitches, but it's still appearing there anyways. So we've done all the missions, the side missions, the collectibles, everything we can possibly do. And so for this episode, I'm gonna walk around London and we'll enjoy the sights and sounds that the devs worked so hard on to bring this city to life. But before we do that, when you complete missions, you get souvenirs in your train to sort of, let you look at and think back about it all. So here we have Darwin's sketches and field notes. Gift from Charles Darwin from one of his excursions to the Galapagos Islands, but I think that particular sketch was drawn at home when he was figuring out the nuances of his theory, and it might be a little tough to see here, but it's pretty much the first of the evolutionary tree of life sketches where he sort of came to the conclusion or visualized that everything is descended from a common ancestor. Voltaic grenade prototype, the very first unsuccessful prototype of Alexander Graham Bell's voltaic grenades. Model of Big Ben, a token of thanks for help given to the Free Press Association. Alexander Graham Bell's Bunsen burner, modified version of Robert Bunsen's scientific burning apparatus. Barge attack painting, a token of our adventure to liberate items that would have served Steric's nefarious purposes. And that is pretty clearly some concept arts were scaled down and made a bit blurry. Telegraph machine. Alec uses this for urgent communications. This truly is the information age. Bowl of wooden decorative fruit. A gift from Alex. We saved him. After we saved him from murder most foul. Clearly a bit of a joke based on his trigger words, which were apples and pears. So you can pretty clearly see there's a lot for Alexander Graham Bell. That guy is really represented in the rewards. This area in general seems to be like a little science lab or workshop. I mean, there's equations here, there's all this machinery and test tubes. So it's pretty fitting that it would be Alexander Graham Bell's and Charles Darwin's stuff situated here for the assassins. Let's move on. Should be some stuff here. Here we go. Bookie's blackboard. The Bookie's blackboard from the final race. And first place to Jacob's toy, and for whatever reason it went really blurry there. International Working Men's Association emblem, a gift from Karl Marx. bloodied gang armbands to commemorate the brave brothers and sisters lost in their expansion of the gang. May their sacrifice never be forgotten. Rip in peace, valiant, brutish bald men. Leather boxing gloves, given out of respect by the organizer of London's underground fight clubs. And that is it. Danka's Dream. Naughty Nude. It's a bit difficult to read.
That's really not on with the assassin.
Let's see. Got nothing in here, just making sure. Toy train.
Sharp knife for a sharp wit, Evie.
After the Gatling gun debacle, Nigel presented us this present. Well, that's a little less, adventurous than Gatling gun, but didn't lead to any fuck-ups. Shut the fuck up, Jacob. First edition of Oliver Twist, a kind gift from Charles Dickens. Model of Disraeli. Shut the fuck up, Jacob. Model of Disraeli's coach, given to Jacob as a reminder of the evening that he accompanied Mary Ann Disraeli through London.
Perfect time for a jaunt around London.
For fuck's sake, Jacob, please shut up. Buckingham Palace model. Starrett kept this palace on his office desk as a symbol of his ultimate goal. And that is true, the model actually was there. And now it's a bit blurry. Train coupling and locking pins. Each one represents growth and success of the gang. There's Agnes. And on the train, you can actually lean over here and look out the windows while it's moving. And there's different angles. So if you ever want to idle, this will be a pretty good way to do so. There's the front of it. Got a side view. This is, in my opinion, probably the best view you're gonna get. Sort of see inside here, but I don't think there's any of the collectibles in there, or that you can see. This is also a good view. And so is this one, and there we go. It's very chill. Kenway's Black Flag, used by Edward Kenway as he liberated the Caribbean from Templar control in the 18th century. Assayer's Scale, taken from the office of Philip Twopenny, where he weighed his ill-gotten gains. I think it's Assayer's Scale, maybe. Medical case and supplies, Dr. Elliotson's personal medical case. No longer will these tools be used for evil. Here's those same photos again. Secret Service medals, presented in secret by Victoria, Queen of the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Ireland, and Empress of India. Carriage clock, an ornate carriage clock from one of Pearl Hathaway's carriages. And sort of see some writing and books that Evie, Henry, and maybe even occasionally Jacob would have gone to. I really want to know who that guy in the picture is and why he's so damn popular. Crucifix, Pocket Watch, Red Rose. Tokens of 3 key Templars we removed from the London boroughs, and I think that would be the Crucifix for... well, the Pocket Watch, I think, would be for... what is his name? The first guy... bloody hell, I actually forget their names. I mean, the rose is for Lucy Thorne, that much is evident, since roses have thorn. Actually, we can kinda look here. Alright, David Brewster would have the crucifix, and Rupert Ferris would have the pocket watch. That's the names. And here I am supposed to be the guide. Here's where the magic happens. And that's about it. So those are the little rewards you get to look at when you complete the game. All of them in one way or another are based on missions. Some story missions, some side missions, and a lot of them for Alexander Graham Bell missions. You can see we have eliminated all the Templar threats. Nothing is safe because I emptied it a little bit before recording this. We got all of the weapons purchased, not all of them upgraded, but that doesn't seem to affect the percentage. But we can upgrade this gun anyways, why not? Yeah, now it's turbo overpowered when I don't even need it. So yeah. That's the train. Let's head up on it and enjoy the end. Evie can't bonk her head, sadly. It's been nice riding in this. I'm gonna cut away and we'll begin at the beginning. The churring streets of London. It's just as Father described. I'm gonna be doing this based on episodes, like 1 episode per borough, cause I'm essentially gonna be running around and finding all the sites, let's ignore that, finding all the sites I can find. And that might take a while. This is, of course, gonna be a bit of a slow last few episodes, since it isn't gonna be fighting, or doing missions, or even getting collectibles. It's just gonna be seeing what the game has to offer, like this brawl here.
What? Gargantua, alright?
You can see a few animations and movements that Jacob, Evie, the Blighters, the Templars, Rooks, whatever, don't use. And a few of them I think they might. Have a few desolate homeless people. This is Whitechapel, the poorest district in London. And it shows.
Penny for a poor boy? My friend and I are orphans. Please, anyone, give us a penny.
Sorry, kid. They took out the ability to toss coins after Unity.
Join a travelling show in France. You'd have hot food and plenty of travel.
What was that? Did you hear something? Oh, will you two agree on something for once? Ugh! You do provoke me something fierce.
Please make up your mind. You want knife polish to be on top? Alright. Knife polish on top. Do I know why he's nailing that particular board? Why he has his hand there even though the nails are steady? No, I do not. I'd like to hear what they're saying, but it's a bit difficult. And when listening in, you don't want like this effect to happen, because eventually the NPCs will stop what they're doing and just stare at you. And you don't want to get too close, because that interrupts animations.
What is that
There was
strange
an
lady
eye over
doing?
there.
And you can't even sneak around. Let's make sure we're still in Whitechapel. We definitely are.
How's this grab ya?
Thanks.
That is not mud or dirt he's shoveling up.
Ready. Drop it. Yes, there.
I think this guy is supposed to be somewhere else,
There.
because he is not convincing that guy to stop eating.
Good, good.
Wait a minute, we're free short.
Free short. I counted 10.
Oh, the board will have me head if we're short.
That's an even half dozen.
Let's see. And yeah, 30.
Three short. I counted 10.
The boar will have me head if we're short.
I beg of you, take pity on us. My tummy hurts. When can we eat? I'm so hungry.
Oh, come on, hurry up. Some of us have places to be. Oh, come on, hurry up.
An unfortunate workplace accident. His papers actually have writing on it, but it's very faint. Please stop violating physics, thank you.
It'll be a shame to take advantage of this opportunity.
So here's what we do. You distract him with some flash banter and I'll give him the cosh.
Just gotta wait for the right opportunity.
Shit, wrong that one. Sir? There you go. Yeah, we're just gonna leave him be. Sorry, buddy. So you can see there's a lot of animations you can just easily miss. But seeing all these people do all these activities when you decide to slow down and take in the sights can make all the difference.
There was even a bloody coalition of us.
Can anyone help me out?
Yes, you. Can you spare a penny for a veteran of the light brigade?
I know you can hear me.
Light brigade.
Not yet, anyway. What about it? Don't you just have a smile
Look
as
at
soon as it
him.
has on you? Excuse me? You, there. Spare a penny? How about you? You seem like a good chap. Can anyone help
An
me out?
unfortunate fate of bowler-hatted, blue-coated men everywhere.
To warm my bones and help get me through the night.
Sorry, buddy. Oh, do you have posters here?
Alright, better make it up.
We need to leave. I think I've fed myself balls.
It's those cheap cigars you smoke.
Oh, please, sir. Please, a penny. Please. Penny for a poor boy. My friend and I are orphans. Please, anyone, give us a penny.
I'm thinking I might run off and join a travelling show in France.
You'd have got food and plenty of travel. Penny? Spare a penny for some starving orphans. A friend there is able to...
I'm gonna turn up the volume. Oh, it's all the way up.
Friend circus. Penny to open.
Have mercy, please!
Ah, Smuggler's lucky I'm trying to keep out of trouble. Next stay behind bars will be my last. Still, it'll be worth it to upend that low life. What made you think that was a good idea?
Either there were supposed to be other people with him and he's having a conversation, or he's not the most sane person in the district.
Climb up the sides of buildings. You should be a writer. Telling whoppers like that and expecting us to believe them. I know what I saw. Honest to God, maybe you only think you're Sylvie. Mental illness does run in your family.
Ain't your aunt in St Mary's?
Things, Tony, it's me. When have I ever told a tall tale? What about the time you said you kissed Elizabeth Adler? That happened. Then why does she deny?
Maybe she's embarrassed.
I'm just saying that Charlie has the habit of lying. Why won't you listen to me? I think it's all in his head.
Maybe it is, maybe it ain't.
Suppose it would kill us to climb up.
Spare a penny. Just one small penny. Ah, never mind. No. Just a bit of a laugh. Allywag. Spare a penny. Just one small penny. Ah, never mind. No. Just a bit of a laugh. Allywag. Oh, yes, sir. Arms for an old soldier. Anything you can spare? No? Nothing? Of course not. Tuppence? To put me on a...
Excuse me, would you
Where's the concern for our safety? How much are our lives worth to you? Bastards! Rich, greedy bastards! Bow! Bow! Oh, you can't keep us down no more!
Yeah, you tell that kid.
Bow! Bow!
Have absolutely no sense of decorum.
fancy having a pint across the way?
What? In the most dangerous pub in London? Makes me so angry.
Of course it does. It should. You're absolutely right.
It's not right, is it?
I mean,
there are some
were
things a
I
man
you,
just can't
I'd have
tolerate,
done the
do
same
you?
thing.
I won't
It's
stand
absurd.
If you look at him or her, you'll see exactly
Yes,
what I'm
or that
talking about. It's disgraceful.
Fancy having a pint across the way?
What? In the most dangerous pub in London?
You completely missed the ball, asshole.
I suppose.
So she sent me out here to think about what I said. Looked me dead in the eye, Mum did. I'm pointed to the door. She thinks I've gone mad, I reckon. But they're real. I know it. I've seen them. And I ain't mad. You can see 'em in sunspots, floating on the wind. See? Just there. It's just disappointing. I'm not just doing this to show off.
You know how it is. Grown-ups just don't understand our kids think.
You're right there.
How'd you see them? The fairies.
There's another one.
There.
She's real, I swear it.
Oh, look at it go.
There.
Incredible.
So she sent me out here to think about what I said. Get me dead.
There's like a model of a cigarette or a cigar that just isn't working out for her.
I told you I would. You looked out my commitment, no. I was one of the 600 at Balaclava. Down. Huh? Mother? Mother? Mother?
I bet a £5 piece we'll never see the money again. We've been had, mate. What the hell's name do we do now?
We go back to work and become wiser for the wear. That's all anyone can do.
You know what he said? You'll never manage delivering post. What does that bloody clock know about anything?
Oh, do you really want to deliver posts to the toffs your whole life? We're meant for better things, mate.
I bet a £5 piece we'll never see the money again. We've been had, mate. What the hell's name do we do now?
We go back to work and become wiser for the wear. That's all anyone can do.
Even though he's not actually taking a bite of the apple, they took the time to animate little bits coming out of it. Not sure if it's visible on YouTube or not. It's really difficult listening on conversations.
How's your brother? Not dead yet, I hope.
What did we just post? You can drink all you like, but I expect you to be able to walk out of here at the end of the evening.
Probably was. How would you know? You weren't even there.
Well, did you ever see the like?
Another of your stories, that is. As you like. I won't tell you the next time something interesting happens then. And then I swear to you, I saw her run across the rooftops. You were dreaming.
Sorry to keep you waiting, sir.
Don't
I
laugh
had to go
until
to
you've
the
seen it
cellar
for
for the
yourself.
porter.
Perhaps we should move to another table. Now,
How do you
disgrace, that is. Just a bloody disgrace.
Hey, who do you think you are? Barging locals out of the way, there ought to be a law against bad manners. I'll put it down to the government, all for the tops and
just
not for the
about
gunners.
like the sun never sets on the British Empire.
Come now! I see
Try to listen in on as many of the conversations as I can, since those can be very easy. Holy shit, is that Helix glitch? Are they actually showing up? Well, looks like just that one, but hell, I'll do it. Gets me closer 100%. Any other ones here? No, just that one. So here's where we were. All the people working. There's a guy, barrel. Alright, I'm gonna head over this way.
Railway officials call it the worst railway accident ever to occur. Big, tall, big. Cataclysmic earthquake and tidal wave devastate southern Peru. Entire cities turn to rubble. Giant waves carry US gunboat watery hundreds of yards inland. Rumours the Queen confers honours on mysterious twins.
Hello. Yes, you. Can you spare a penny for a better of the last game? Penny for an old soldier? No? Wrong ratted then. Is this a thanks a man gets for defending his country? Why did I bother?
It can be pretty difficult to listen in on individual conversations.
Consider yourself barred.
Did she stutter?
You've lost yourself a customer. How could you? How? Tell me!
This is all a dreadful misunderstanding.
Tell that to me governor, me former governor!
Leave now.
I won't! Everyone with any power is against us. We'll never get on.
Don't whinge, mate. It's feeble.
It's just not fair, is it?
He's my son, you can't.
I will do whatever I can to protect my son from your violent drunken outbursts.
Should I call the coppers?
He's my son too.
Why don't I rip your heads in?
I'm coming over!
Go figure his ass. Make sure we're still in Whitechapel. We are.
For you two.
Good work.
Here you go, Chief.
Thank you.
Lord! You can't kill me if I surrender! I will take you to I teach something or two I would. Some manners for start.
Very spooky in those windows.
neck! What is this? Just begging to get dragged into a dark alley and have some sense bludgeoned into you. You're lucky I've got shit to do.
Just make more work for me, you blind idiot. Because I have all the time in the world to mend what hillocks cock up.
I've just bought a new coat.
Very fetching. You look an absolute treat.
I'm pleased you like it. I'm told it's the latest fashion.
Suits you down to the ground.
I've got food and plenty of trouble.
I can see what I need right there.
Please, I beg you all, just let me gather my wits.
Pull yourself together, man.
I beg your pardon, ladies and gentlemen.
Look, do you have what I require or not?
If you can't help me, I shall take my custom elsewhere.
Please, sir, I beg of you just a moment while I help these people, and then I'll be with you directly.
Thank you. Oi, chum, over here.
Come on, we ain't got all day.
Yeah, I won't be a moment. Excuse me, but this gentleman was here first.
Oi, what about us?
Come on, bloody Pegasus.
Certain product for a death trap. Can you help me?
You're gonna let him ignore us like that?
Right you are, sir. Won't be a moment, madam. Yes, sir, I have exactly what you need. One moment, please.
Oh, do hurry up.
We've been waiting for ages.
Excuse me, what do you help me?
Bloody hell.
Look, I can see what I need right there.
Please, I beg you all, just let me gather my wits.
Pull yourself together, man.
I beg your pardon, ladies.
Even in the 19th century, real-tail jobs sucked ass.
And then I'll be with you directly.
Thank you. Oi, chum.
In here. He just fucked off.
There's a very good reason indeed.
He's not getting their stuff at all. He's just gone. Like, fuck these guys.
Don't be shy. You'll not find higher quality pen. It's all a buzz. No way to behave or something. The almighty certainly seems to
notion that a person do you expect to get away with that?
Bloody disgrace, that is. Just a bloody disgrace.
Steady.
Very precious Paul.
Look here, you'll not find better prices this side of the channel. I'm practically giving it away. I have everything well appointed lady.
Just why meters of your
Needs
coat.
right here. Don't be shy. Step closer, look.
Yeah.
The quality of his merchandise is astonishing.
Pig products.
Ask him what I'll do for us.
Not exactly the cleanest setup.
The best items at the best
But
price.
they didn't have refrigerators in the same way we do now.
Look here,
I'm
new
overwhelmed by the
merchandise
possibilities
just came in
here.
today.
Don't you find it difficult to choose?
And this right here,
Excuse me.
right off the boat, direct from France. You won't find it anywhere else.
It's not Christmas, dear.
Actually, those onions here do look... What the fuck are you guys running from? Just a whole damn stampede.
Just head to the pub, hurt myself up.
So there's some fruit here. It's a bit it nice that the fruit actually has some depth to it, like it's not just a flat texture. There's a lot of different textures in the game. Once you get really close, you can sort of see the apples and the cabbage aren't the most detailed shapes.
It's for his own good. Huh? What's happening there?
What's going on over there?
I really hate that. It wasn't even me.
Oh, this one's brown.
Christmas Day.
Can't do it without you. Isn't that right, Samuel?
Oh, we need all the manpower we can get.
And woman power.
Oh, yes, woman power.
Power too. We're counting on you, Nance. Can't do it without you. Isn't that right, Samuel?
Oh, we need all the manpower we can get.
Woman power.
Oh, yes, woman power.
In that one.
Well, that's not very advanced woman power at all. Does manpower fare better?
What's the matter with you?
I wonder if
Nope.
I know the full better.
This bitch is way too fancy to be in this district.
Can't we have 5 minutes of this?
Wisdom we can glean from a woman leading Parliament.
No offence, my dear, but I believe there is a reason that no woman's ever entered politics.
You're right. There's a very good reason indeed.
Hey, no. He's talking rubbish.
That much is certain.
Is it rubbish to believe that things are fine the way they
My
are?
dear fellow, that's rot.
Take a look around you. Are things really fine the way they are?
What about her? She could be Prime Minister.
Go on. You're embarrassing me.
I'd vote for you.
Enough now.
Just imagine the wisdom we could glean from a woman leading Parliament.
No offence, my dear, but I believe there is a reason that no woman's ever entered politics.
You're right.
You're getting killed for being a white knight. You're getting killed for being sexist. And you are getting killed for being a witness. I should have used a voltaic bomb. I thought it'd be more fancy to do it individually. That was probably the most interesting area in Whitechapel, just because there's a lot going on there.
My arm is tingling.
You tried that on the first carriage ride we shared. Do you remember?
And you just decide to stand up.
She already from the coppers.
You find some conversations, but doesn't seem like anyone has anything to say. doesn't look like anyone has any conversations. So yeah, we'll head over here, which is pretty much the last little branch of Whitechapel. It's digging coal.
What the pip? Back in your step. Come on, you deserve to feel more confident and look your best. So, don't wait and try Ambrosia today. You won't regret it, ladies and gents. The best medicine you'll find, my guarantee.
Well, someone has to carry the mantle of Dr. Elliotson.
I'm thinking I might run off and join a travelling show in France. Latest nerd!
And this way. Oops. This way. Yep.
Me mum could do a more, and she lost her eyesight years ago.
Look at the coppers. Hard at work.
I should investigate.
Feeling invisible? What is this place coming to, I ask you? I mean, what's the point of paying taxes when there's no bloody justice anymore, eh? Look around. No one gives a cuss anymore.
Ah, Smugglers, lucky I'm trying to keep out of trouble. Next day behind bars will be my last. Still, it'll be worth it to upend that low
But you're
life.
as insignificant. But I
Away
didn't
with
know
you,
I
you
was
bastard.
bleeding invisible. What is this place coming to?
I'd recognize this area. This is where one of the Dickens missions, the one with the ghost of the woman running away from a marriage, took place or started.
Where's the police when you need it?
Maybe something nasty happens.
Well, the situation is rather embarrassing, but I'm afraid I won't have the money for you in time. I'm a bit short, you see.
Embarrassing?
Sure you understand, can't do anything about it.
Can't or won't. My employer let me 10 guineas. Hey, hey, look at me when I'm talking to you. Now you come up with the money or I'll hang out your bollocks as bunting. Understand?
Can't, I need more time.
Come off it.
I won't stand for this. I'll go to the police. This is extortion.
Me?
Yes, you.
Me extort you? You're extorting Mr. Stevens.
It's his word against mine.
Oh, no, no. Mr. Stevens is an honest businessman who keeps clean books, and now you're coming up with all these mealy-mouth excuses. 10 guineas by tomorrow or cut off your balls.
All right, all right. Yes, yes, that's quite enough. Run off to your master like a good bulldog. Go on.
You think it's clever to talk about me that way?
You and your master both.
There's no need to get nasty.
You think you can bully people because you're a striker?
I don't borrow money and then cry when I can't pay it back. Mr. Stevens would be well within his rights to let me beat you to a pulp. Think about that.
So, you admit it then? You're a brute who beats people over small sums.
It's honest work.
Your definition of honest.
You don't want to pay? That's your decision. Only yourself to blame if something nasty happens.
Well, the situation is rather embarrassing, but I'm afraid I won't have the money for you in time.
Easy, easy. No need to rush it. Wait till he's alone. When he is, we'll make the bastard pay. for the right opportunity.
Poison. But I'll get rid of it. I'm someone.
I'm in a rush. Oh, God. Nasty. It's disgusting. What? Well, that's absurd. What could they be protesting? Irish people away. It's not a death.
Don't be so absurd.
Nonsense.
Can you bloody believe that?
Darcy in the wrong district.
Check the list
Look,
one more
things
time.
they're
It's not here.
Bloody hell.
Nothing leaks
Smash it
out
off.
of me.
Today only. Buy one, get the second one off.
It'll be a shame not to take advantage of this golden opportunity.
So here's what we do. You distract him with some flash banter and I'll give him the cost. He's got to wait for the right opportunity.
It's not right, is it? I mean, there are some things a man just can't tolerate. Do you hear? I won't stand for it. If you look at him or her, you'll see it makes me so mad.
What's the government doing about it, eh?
Blimey! Is this what we've come to? If I were 10 years younger, I'd teach them a thing or two, I would. Some manners
you're
for a start. We can't be having this.
Leading invisible. What is this place coming to? I mean, what's the point? When there's no bloody justice anymore, eh? Unacceptable. Is there any justice anymore?
Still keeping well, miss? Good on ya.
ton of lumber doesn't just walk off. Bloody thieves. 1, 6, 7. Very good. 1, 2, 3, 4. All as expected. Hang on. Where's the rest?
Search me.
Search me? That half ton of lumber doesn't just walk off.
What's that then?
Simple as that. Push bleeder his push bleeding desk. Sod it, I'm off to the pub. Not until this matter is sorted. I'm well acquainted with your master, you know. I'm sure you are. Everything you ordered is here. Not the escritoire. How am I to do any work without an oaken surface on which to write my memoirs? Well, I've checked the list for the 100th time, and the desk's not on it. It's not a desk. It's an escritoire. What nonsense. Check again. That's it. I won't check the list one more time. It's not here. All right, my good man. All you have to do is go back to the shop and collect it. Simple as that. Push bleeding desk. Sod it. I'm off to the pub. Not until this matter is sorted. I'm well acquainted with your master, you know.
Oh, well, I guess that's more in City of London. So I think that'll just about conclude the tour of Whitechapel. Probably not the most interesting episode, but it's quite nice to see just how many animations and voice lines there are for NPCs that you probably aren't even gonna notice. Because you're gonna be running by them, stabbing Templars, sneaking up on Blighters, and all sorts and such. But they still, put a bit of effort into bringing these areas to life. Here we are at the Leap of Faith area from the start of the game as well.
You might want this.
Nice work.
Trying to find Henry's shop. Actually, I think they were walking over here. This way at the start of the game.
Any news?
Here, boss.
God save our queen. Sam! Send her victorious, happy and glorious, long till right now. God save our queen.
Maybe one day we'll hear a much finer rendition of that song.
You don't want to pay? That's your decision. Only yourself to blame if something nasty happens.
Oh, we've heard this one before. Much retracing our first steps in London at this point. Here's where we literally ran into Dickens.
Without us to show them reflect.
And delighting each eye, he looked so neat and rode so steady. The maidens all flocked in his clothes so red. When he eyed the young rogues with so charming an air, he eyed the young rogues with so charming an air, that this waterman there was in want of a fair. What sights upon Foxley off-road in his way, 'twas clean both sides and so painted withal. He was always first horse when the fine city lay, in a party to Ranelagh went for Vauxhall, and oftentimes they would be giggling and jeering, but 'twas all one to Tom, their jibing and jeering, for loving or liking he little did care, for loving or liking he little did care, for this waterman there was in want of a fair.
Beautiful.
I was a gunner.
Only for you.
Sorry for cock-blocking you there. Occasionally in the bars you'll hear songs based on the people who you killed. The one about Pearl Hathaway is quite nice, as is the one about Dr. Elliotson. But yeah, I think here we'll call it an episode. So we'll go here first. Unless this is just a market.
Can't do it without you. Isn't that right, Samuel?
Oh, we need all the manpower we can get.
For this one. Yes, it's just a market. So that's been the tour of Whitechapel. The brutish, poor area of London, where kids are begging in the streets and people's clothes are in tatters.
This work for you?
Thanks. What's the latest?
For you, Chief.
Thank you.
I know this can be pretty boring, so do realize this is essentially like the end of the game. You don't have to watch any more. Well, thanks for watching.